Hello, my name is Lita Tirak. I'm a PhD candidate in American Studies at the College of William and Mary. My dissertation explores X-rays in American visual culture from roughly 1896 until the present. And tonight I will share with you X-ray images that focus on the female spectacle. This is the first radiograph of a human being, and it is of a woman. While men have run the field of radiology for more than a century, women's bodies have been designated as signs of technological progress. The gaze upon the female body in X-ray imagery is not an exclusively masculine one. Women at the turn of the century were hardly passive recipients of X radiation. Kate Swan's X-ray experience was an adventure for the new woman. Quote, "If you want a hair-raising sensation, watch your own skeleton materialize. Watch the ribs come to ghastly life on a rapidly developing plate. Then be conscious of the voice exclaiming, 'The heart, there's your heart, see it.'" Dr. Morton made a negative of an entire female body in one exposure. The Times referred to her as the X-ray lady. Quote, "Before Röntgen rays, clothes and flesh melted away like magic, and presto, the lady has all her bones, a veiling of flesh, her boots, her jewelry, and several hairpins." European royals had their hands X-rayed, and soon wealthy American women indulged in a new subculture of X-ray image consumption. They held X-ray soirees as fundraisers. They would also sit for X-ray portraits of their bejeweled hands to reassert their high-class status. The middle class also found ways to experience X-rays. May Bragdon went with her friends to a doctor's office in Rochester to enjoy the fluoroscope and to receive X-ray negatives of their hands, with as much excitement as going to the movies. Nearly everyone had a chance to interact with X-rays. Kinetoscope parlors and penny arcades featured X-ray rooms. World fairs also offered X-ray experiences. Here, Kodak reimagined the X-ray lady for the 20th century as the female consumer decked out in jewelry and standing upright on high heels. Handheld fluoroscopes were the first form of X-ray glasses. Seeing underneath clothing and flesh was ripe with erotic undertones. Frequently used in advertising, women's sexualized bodies were subjects for selling X-ray specs and equipment. Although safety concerns arose almost immediately after Röntgen's discovery, they did not deter people from being X-rayed for non-medical purposes. X-ray hand portraits made for a wedding, engagement gift, or casual gathering with friends would still turn up in the 1930s. X-ray images convey an aesthetic that is a dialectical of danger and safety. The bones of the female contortionist communicates a body in pain. The stretching and twisting of her limbs challenge the natural functions of her pelvic region. Still, we view her from a safe distance, as her body exudes invincibility. In the 1940s, radiation concerns escalated, especially because of World War II. Manufacturers printed pamphlets addressing women, reassuring that safety was guaranteed in radiology and that mothers should not be concerned if their physician wanted to expose their children to X-rays. Women appear more often as subjects than as X-ray technicians in visual media, but they also risk their lives conducting X-ray experiments. Newspapers called Elizabeth Fleshman the 20th century witch. She was the first woman to publish her experiments in radiological journals and later became an X-ray martyr. Historical X-ray images have not been well preserved. The American College of Radiology recently liquidated their history collection. Growing up with X-rays, do we just take their magical propensity to see the unseen for granted? Have their awe and wonder become obsolete for us? By the 1970s, you wouldn't find fluoroscopes at the fair or even in shoe stores. After our fears of radiation came a new anxiety, too much surveillance into our private lives and our bodies. The irradiated body contained privileged information that only the X-ray technician could read. In the 1980s, Barbara Kruger appropriated the radiograph from the 1933 Century of Progress exhibition in her artwork. Although the X-ray female body has historically been presented as a spectacle of technological progress, Kruger asks us to consider memory and surveillance. Whom is she addressing? Women may not be able to collect X-ray images of their hands anymore, and frequently we are unable to see our interior portraits at the physician's office. However, X-rayed women are still fetishized and romanticized in our popular culture. And like the 19th century, we often dismiss the fact that X-rays are mediated technology. We do not penetrate the body with our eyes, as much as the illusion of the X-ray picture suggests. I'd like to close with a romantic poem published in 1896 in the Life Journal, entitled X-Ray Portrait of a Lady. She is so tall, so slender, and her bones, those frail phosphates, those carbonates of lime, are well produced by cathode rays sublime, by oscillations, amperes, and by ohms. Her dorsal vertebrae are not concealed by epidermis, but are well revealed. Around her ribs, those beauteous 24, her flesh a halo makes, misty in line. Her noseless, eyeless face looks into mine, and I but whisper, sweetheart, je t'adore. Her white, gleaming teeth at me do laugh. Ah, lovely, cruel, sweet cathodograph. Before I go, I want to let you know that I'm curating an X-ray art exhibit at the Linda Matney Gallery in Williamsburg. Look out for our Kickstarter fundraising campaign and come see the show in winter 2013. Thank you.